Nice clean pot.
14.
Don't know whether you'll want to risk the blue along the cushion or try to play for the pink in the same pocket as this red. The easiest positional shot is the blue along the cushion. And that's what he's played
50.
for. There's nothing easy now. As we all know, we've seen the misses. Stephen Hendry. Well, he's had 2 good chances in this frame. Not going on about frame winning chances. I'm going to maybe build up a lead of 40 or 50 points. He's now got to sit there and wonder how many he's going to be behind when he gets back to the table. If he gets back to the table.
20. $21.
He must think it's the end, but anything can happen. Everton purposely leaving that red on the pink spot just to make it a little bit easier with break building purposes.
27.
You can't blame him for having the cue ball clean. He doesn't want to kick at this stage.
$28.
I've seen Stephen like that before in the last frame when he thought it was over.
35.
It certainly looks as though the memory of that missed straight black that Peter Ebden missed to win frame and match, he's put it out of his mind. And every credit for doing that. A mistake like
41.
that would have really affected him, and maybe did do early in the early part of this frame. But he got a second chance, and he's making the most
42.
of it. Every credit.
Family day at watch. Denise is staying there till the very end. How close could that end be?
47.
44 ahead. 75 remaining. So still quite a bit of work to do. And the reds, well, this one obviously is easy, so there's not going to be an easy red after this. Maybe the one to the right of the black he could play to get on after this red and the pink. But he'll need more than that.
Well,
let us do our arithmetic. 45 points in front. The pink, 51. Still a possible 67 left at the moment. He's played a good positional shot there. When he pots this red, there'll only be 59 remaining. So he's going to need red colour and one more red.
Just wonder whether one of the reds in baulk will go, because he can get onto the blue if he off this red and then just stun down and leave the white tight on that baulk cushion. The blue would be easy. I don't know whether he'd dare go up the table for the brown and just to make sure he's got a chance of getting on those two reds. You can cut this atmosphere with a knife. I think he's played for the brown, but is it too hard? Now, will that stop him getting on a red in baulk? I think it will. Another glance at the scoreboard.
Well, I think Stephen's fearing the worst here. And the main reason is he's 52 points behind. There's a possible 59 left on the table, but where these reds are situated, the man in front is a very strong favourite. And now that brown's gone in, Peter Ebdon pots this red.
59.
And he's won the Embassy Championship of the World. He'll go 57 points ahead with only 51 remaining if he can pot this red.
Peter Ebdon, 59.
We could see before he could that wasn't in. Just caught the near jaw first.
But unlike the last frame, Willie, when he missed that straight black, there was a chance for a counter-attack from Stephen Hendry. But look at the situation of these reds. 56 points behind, 59 remaining. Well, that's a nice kiss, but well, it's impossible for him to clear the table at this visit. And I would suggest that he'd probably play the snooker here. You couldn't clear these in one visit.
7.
It was impossible, even for him.
Stephen Hendry, 7.
But a very good snooker. And if Peter Ebdon doesn't hit the red, then it gives Stephen a little bit more leeway. Peter looks at the scoreboard. He's 49 points in front, possible 51 left on the table. If he didn't hit the red, well, he'd only be 45 ahead with 51 left, so it gives Stephen a bit more of a chance. When he pots the red, he doesn't have to go for blacks. So he needs to hit this. And of course, remember, if he doesn't, miss would be called. Looks like a good hit to me. Great shot. And you didn't see it because Peter Ebdon was walking back. Stephen Hendry tapped the table to say well played. In these circumstances, I don't think you need to say any more about the sportsmanship of Stephen Hendry. Where's this white going? It's gone in.
Well, that's
Peter
unbelievable.
Ebdon,
He was
4.
trying to bring the black into play. He was trying to just clip off this red, bring the black into play. He's now gone 53 points behind with 51 remaining. Ebdon's one pot away from victory.
Well, that's incredible. I think he was trying, as you say, bring the black into play. And I think if Peter Ebdon pots this red, Stephen Hendry would concede. It's in. Well, Stephen hasn't come to the table. He'll give Peter his moment of glory, and that's what it is now. He's 54 points in front. There's only 43 left. The brown's in. When he misses, he'll be congratulated as the Embassy Champion of the World. What a moment in the life of Peter Ebdon. Everything he's worked for, dreamt of, will become a reality. Pot this or not. It's over! 7 times world champion Stephen Hendry claps his hand and says, well done, Peter Ebdon.
The 2003 championship was perhaps the most remarkable of the 26 so far staged at the Crucible.
Perfect.
134.
It produced a 147 break from Ronnie O'Sullivan, his second maximum there.
Keep coming. It's going to be a tricky black. Oh, it's going to be tricky.
£169,000 on this pot.
Wonderful, wonderful that display by Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's looked how the...
But as they say in the trade, a 147 wins you only one frame, and O'Sullivan ended up a 10-6 first-round loser to Marco Fu.
Incredible once again.
It was a championship memorable for the series of tight finishes which carried Ken Doherty to the final. In the semi-finals, Paul Hunter led Doherty 15-9 after 3 of their 4 sessions. This left him needing to win only 2 frames out of 9 in the last session. And even when Doherty won the first 2, there didn't seem to be any
24.
danger.
So he's going to need the yellow. He's got the perfect angle on the black just to slide the white past pink and blue and leave a pretty straightforward yellow.
The next frame, though, was to activate the first seeds of doubt.
31.
Well, that's the first sign of weakness from Paul Hunter. He put a quick one in there. He's such a smooth cueist, but he wasn't smooth on that one. He really did just give a little bit of it. Just watch the cue, you could see that there.
And that was for 5 up with 6 to play.
And just have a look at this shot that Ken has played. What a difference
5.
that missed yellow could make. That certainly, we've talked about Paul's temperament.
Nine.
Still got a bit to do, and he's left that a little bit short. He's going to have to come off the top cushion. How's the pace on the
41,
white? It's
yes.
pretty good.
Pink and black still needed.
$20.
It looked certain that Paul Hunter would go 5 up with 6 to play, but Ken Doherty reduces the gap to 3 frames, which is incredibly, Doherty went on to win 8 frames out of 9 in that final session to go through 17-16. While all the drama was happening in Doherty's half, Mark Williams was winning by wide margins. He also led Doherty 11-5 after 2 sessions of the final. But on the second day came a magnificent revival from Doherty and hours of anxiety for Williams. Doherty levelled at 12 all, and it was still level at 16 all with 3 to play.
Well, the highest available spot is the green.
8. $9.
So They're not straightforward with the black being up in the green spot and the pink tied up, so got quite a bit of work to do here. He deserves a good result from that attacking shot.
14.
Oh, that's a nice nudge
15.
on the blue. Now, where is Joe at the moment? That's the referee's office. She's been all over the crucible. There's no hiding place, Joe. And that John Carroll next to her. John Carroll, who looks after Stephen Hendry and a lot of the Q Masters players.
21.
Yes, road manager for 110 Sport, to whom both Williams and Doherty are contracted.
There's the white. Ooh. He's got the black back on its spot, and that's
28.
where he wanted it. He's worked
29.
very hard for these, but now it's a good chance.
$36. 37.
Oh, he's missed the cannon on the red. He wanted just to nudge the red.
44.
It's a more difficult one with the rest now, but this was the pot that got him in. Perfect cueing.
$45.
It was a tough black.
Mark Williams, 45.
In potting the previous red, Williams had to cannon another ball, and that black, difficult at the best of times, and more difficult, of course, in a situation like this, found the side jaw.
Mark knows if this red goes in the middle pocket, Ken can get back into this frame. It's not easy, but it's there.
1.
Didn't want the cannon. He was trying to swing the white
6.
around for the two reds that are near the pink spot. It's another tricky one to the middle. A
7.
kick, but it didn't affect the shot. He's on the black and he doesn't need the rest. But a real heavy contact. Just watch this. You get an awful lot of bad kicks, Clive, but I think you could call that one maybe a good kick.
Well, the angle that it's left is a friendly one. Straighter, not so good. From this, it's easy to get the cue ball to the side cushion and off for his next red.
Well, they're saying prayers, they're everything's going on in the Crucible Theatre this evening. This is another tricky little pot. Not this time.
Ken Doherty, 14.
Doherty missed it on the thick side, and even then he was below the black.
1.
It looks as if he's going to have to come back one more time.
9.
Doherty has never been in front in this match.
Another black off the spot, missed.
Mark Williams, 9.
He did hit it rather hard. He needed to get up for the red, but didn't seem to be any kick that time. Just a poor shot, but we can forgive a player at this stage for that.
I'm pretty sure that Doherty was resigned to losing this frame, and Williams stood over that routine black. So are we going to see an enactment of the reprieve man syndrome?
6. Seven. Yeah.
Well, two difficult reds. If he's got an angle on the black, he could run through off the cushion and possibly leave that red along the cushion, but he doesn't want to be straight. All depends on the angle. He's okay. It's not straight.
14.
There you see the angle, as long as he didn't leave it straight. You know, I'm wondering if Ken just lost a bit of concentration. He's seen a little bit of fluff or something on the table and took it away, and then he got down and missed this easy pot. Did that disturb his concentration? He went down to play the shot and he spotted something and just, I think that just upset his concentration a little bit.
Williams comes to the table, 26 in front. red, black, red would be enough.
One. Eight.
Joe's just going through it so much there.
Nine.
He's just having a look at the scoreboard. I mean, sometimes when you're out there, your head's a bit of a jam jar at times, and with all that's gone on, but he's well past the winning post in this frame. 41 ahead.
15.
So another good performance
17.
from Mark Williams.
Doherty did have a couple of chances to get back into
20.
the frame, but couldn't make the most of them.
$24. $29. $35.
So yet again, Mark Williams goes a frame in front, and this time there's only a possible 2 to play.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Frame 34. Ken Doherty to break.
So Ken Doherty
Quiet now, please.
has got to win the 2 remaining frames to snatch the title.
Come on, Jack.
I think there was a lot of the Crucible thought that was in, but he's got a good cue ball.
Just overcut.
Foul and miss. Mark Williams 4. Yeah.
Yes, he's just saying to Ken, there's a chalk mark on the cushion where you cued it. When you're on the cushion like that, you usually just leave a little mark there where the tip runs along the cushion. Well, the reason he played that one was he didn't want to push one over the left corner if he went into the bunch. He's left this.
One.
That's not a bad kiss on the blue. There's nothing wrong with that cueing, but has he overdone it?
3.
It's still a little awkward here, because the natural path for the white would be to go towards the black. Will he get a favourable cannon?
4.
Just look at the white. That was a terrific shot. Reverse side he had to play that with.
11.
I don't think the people in the Crucible realised just how good that shot was. He's looking good. This is terrific
12.
stuff from the Welshman.
Yes, it was a great shot to pop that last red and use the back of the bunch
19.
to get back for perfect position.
20.
This red will still go to the middle.
27. 28.
And he's managed to stop the cue ball short of the baulk line.
This is a terrific chance, and there was one shot. This one, he was dead
31.
straight. Watch the white as it hits the cushion. Reverse side, perfectly played.
32.
It's been an absolutely incredible 17 days in the Crucible Theatre here. Is there another twist to this year's Embassy World Championship? There might be.
39.
He's not in perfect position here. Well, he was thinking of taking that red on up past the red that's near the green. He's thought better of it. He wants to have a go at everything.
Mark
I think
Williams,
that was the more
39.
sensible shot.
43 in front in the frame he needs to clinch the title for the second time.
Well, Ken Doherty has produced all sorts of comebacks over the last 17 days. This would be the biggest one of the lot.
But that invites a return to a similar position.
You never know with Mark Williams. Some of the shots that he pulls out. Now, what is he going to try with this red? The one to the left.
Thinking about a double and what he might leave if it didn't go in.
One.
Another tough black awaits. As smooth as you like.
8. Nine.
Well, I've never enjoyed a final like it. It's a shame someone has to lose this one. I know we keep saying that, but
15.
Jo, well, she'll be absolutely delighted.
16.
Ken fears the worst. Mark has got the title at his mercy.
Yes, there's certainly going to be a welcome in the hillside, Clive, and
23.
well deserved.
24.
It's been such a sporting final, one of the finest Embassy World Championships we've had for quite some time.
The pink sufficient
30.
to leave Doherty needing 2 snookers.
31.
The clerk makes sure perhaps he's going to finish with a century.
And Ken Doherty's not really a loser this year. He's made so many comebacks. His semi-final with Paul Hunter was out of this
37.
world. He's made a lot of new friends around the world. It's been a terrific performance from the Dubliner, but it's just been that bit
38.
better from the Welshman.
It's Williams' title.
45.
In many respects, it's been Doherty's championship.
46.
Doherty's provided so much drama,
53.
and until the final, Williams didn't, because he was winning so easily. But he certainly had enough drama for his taste today.
54.
Jubilation.
60.
Terry Griffiths, the winning coach. Mick McLean, Ken Doherty's best
61.
pal and motivator. Sporting in defeat is Mick McLean. Terry Griffiths.
68.
Has accepted victory quietly and modestly, as he did when he was a player.
70.
And Mark Williams, the most relaxed man in the Crucible Theatre, or so it seems, but inside,
Okay. 73.
he will be absolutely delighted.
77.
When Williams led 10-2, it seemed as if he might even win with a session to spare.
Wow. Ken Doherty 5.
The blue finishes on the floor,
77.
but that doesn't matter. Mark Williams
Well done, Mark.
clinches the title with a break of 77. Mark Williams beats Ken Doherty by 18 frames to 16 to win the £270,000 first prize and win the Embassy World Championship for the second time.
So that's it, the story of snooker. The backroom game played for pennies that grew into a phenomenon that could make you millions. Snooker continues to have a great future ahead of it, and the players you've just seen have all played their part in making it Britain's #1 indoor sport. So here's to them. After all, you didn't think we'd finish without a musical montage, did you?
It's beginning to annoy me.
The first tournament I won was the Coral UK Championship in 1980. I'd been a professional for just over 2 years. Everybody was saying that I was tipped for the top, but until it happens, you never know. You never know if you're going to be a winner or not. There's absolutely no way you can prove to yourself until it happens. And I think perhaps my moment of realisation happened after I won my quarter-final match. I can't remember who it was against, and before my semi-final. I was preparing for the match, and I was lying in the bath, and it actually dawned on me, quite a significant moment, that I could actually win this. Not just compete and do myself justice, as I'd done for the previous 2 years, but I could actually win it, and that there wasn't really anything to stop me from winning it. And it wasn't so much a case of me thinking I was better than the players I was playing against, because I beat Alex Higgins in the final, one of my heroes in many ways, and a player I was frightened of playing because of his genius qualities. But I just sensed that I was perhaps capable of winning, and perhaps I was relaxed enough that that was the case. I'd won the UK Championship in 1980, which was in the same season as winning the World Championship in 81. And obviously from that moment on, November 1980, all the talk was about me in the build-up to the World Championship. And I didn't disappoint. I was on a roll, nothing better than being on a roll. The momentum was there.